Hello, hello. You'll be back. How is everybody today? Sorry for my tardiness. I had to clean an aquarium today, so that put me just a little bit late. Alright, I'm going to give it a few minutes, let people filter in, and then we will get going. Don't everybody talk at once. I got 5 folks on right now. Hopefully here in a few minutes we'll have some more. Hey, Richard. Yeah, I sent you the PayPal for your slabs. Hey, Riser. How are you, sir? Hey, honey family. Hey, Westside. So unfortunately, Angela got called into work today. So it's just me tonight. On the upside, though, she's doing a big modeling shoot next week, so the one day, it's the two of the days of it was her normal days off anyway, and then she had to request one day off, so working today is making up for that day financially. So you guys just get me tonight. And next week, too. Because next week she'll be at that shoot. We're going to give it a couple more minutes, then we'll get the beginning stuffs out the way. We do have a couple of updates on the new shows, so we'll cover that. Still long for the day where we could be one of those channels that has like 30, 40 people every night. That'd be cool. You'd think after 4.5 years we'd be up there, but not yet. We're not even at 1,000 subs yet. I think right now we're at like 745 or something like that. Hopefully we'll get there. Hit that 1,000 sub mark and get our views up. Stuck on a few doubles, hoping to cash a premiere. You haven't done it yet, so you haven't missed anything. So yeah, so that one right now, honestly, is up in the air. The reason being is because Angela works primarily closing shifts. So she gets home, we have dinner, usually go and sit in the hot tub for a bit, and then we spend a couple hours together, and she's got to go to bed. And usually by the time she goes to bed, it's already 3 o'clock in the morning. And that's, you know, during most of the week, that's the only time that we get time together. So, yeah, that one's a bit up in the air right now. Hey, Tracy, welcome. If I can figure out a way to do it, I will. It may end up being, instead of like a late night, it may end up being either like an early morning or an early evening. Because, you know, we don't get a whole lot of time together as it is, so I don't want to take away from what little bit of time we do have. As for the other show, I'm thinking I'm probably going to be doing Saturday for the day. I don't know the time yet. It's going to be like an hour and a half, 2 hour long show. So I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, I'm thinking maybe like 2 to 4, 3 to 5, somewhere in there, our time. So as of right now, that would be 5, either 5 or 6 Eastern. Right now I'm just trying to figure out what I want my first subject to be. But yeah, so I'm thinking probably Saturdays for that. That seems to be the best open day for right now. And, you know, if we need to change it, we will. The thing about new shows, you got to be flexible. But hopefully I will get both of them worked out. Hopefully I will figure out a way to do that late night show, because I think it'd be a fun late night hangout. It's just, again, figuring out a way to do it without taking away from time with Angela. So, alright, let's get the beginning out of the way. For anybody new, payments made via PayPal. Use cheapskatecoins@gmail.com and use goods and services only, please. We also have Cash App using the same email. Cheapskatecoins@gmail.com. If you use Cash App, it will say Louis Gachera. That's me. You are in the right place. Shipping is $6 to $23. $6 being the little purple bubble mailers, $23 being a large flat rate box. If you want your package sent registered, there is an additional $35 registration charge on top of that. And that is the only way you can insure coins all the way through the mail. I do have a tendency to forget this, but I want to take a moment to let everybody know. Look at our description for all of our rules and policies and everything, because I like to make sure that everybody is aware of one in particular, and that is, as soon as the tracking shows that it has been delivered to you, that endeth our responsibility on the package. So, obviously, if it gets lost, it doesn't ever get delivered to you, then yes, obviously we're going to either replace the items, or if we can't get them, we're going to refund you. That's to protect you. Once it says delivered, that is to protect us, because who's to say that somebody's just saying that, oh, it was never delivered just because they want to get a refund and get free stuff. Hey, Greg. Not saying that some of you would do that, but, a rule has to be blanket for everybody or it's meaningless. And also, I do have a tendency to forget as well that we only ship U.S. and U.S. territories. We only have one exception for that, and that came about by accident. All right, new people, if you want to pick up anything today, you can. You just have to send me an email by the end of the night. Email has to have your personal info, shipping info, your channel name, so we know, how to put it together, what payment method you're going to use, and what email you use for that payment method for invoicing purposes. If we don't get that email by the end of the night, you will not get anything, and we never ship without payments. Also, we do hold packages. If anybody wants your packages held, all you have to do is ask us. Shoot us an email if you want your package held, so that way if it flies by in chat and we miss it, you're warned. Shoot us an email. Say, hold my package till it gets full so you can maximize your shipping, and we will hold it. Don't forget about it. We have a few packages here that have been here for like a year. And the people haven't been on in a year. And we still email them like once every couple of months. We're like, hey, do you want your package? And they're like, nope, keep holding it. We're like, all right. Here's our Facebook link. Tonight's lot list is on there. It is the top post. So if you're on Facebook, go give us a follow. Every week we do a sale. The lot list is posted up the day of the sale so you can see what we have available. I know, we have a package that's been here for like 14 months. We also have a mailing list. If you want to be on the mailing list, shoot me an email, cheapskatecoins@gmail.com. Say, add me to the mailing list. If you're on the mailing list, you will get the lot list a few days before every sale. And as soon as that lot list hits your email, you have the ability to pre-purchase items. It is still first come, first serve, so if you want something, make sure you jump on it, and keep in mind that payments for pre-purchases do have to be in by the evening before the sale. Unless you make arrangements with us first, we're always willing to work with you guys. We know some people are on fixed incomes. We know pay periods land weird. So just shoot us an email of what you want and just say in the email, hey, can I pay on, X day? And as long as it's not a day that's 3 months from now, usually we'll work with you. Also, for anybody new, anytime you pick up something at one of our sales, you are entered into a monthly giveaway. So keep that in mind. Usually the beginning of each month now, I do the giveaway. I usually draw 2 names on people that have bought stuff, and I try and make them pretty good prizes. Basically our way of saying thank you to you guys. And also, if we have a sellout, anytime we have a sellout, I do a giveaway the very next week just for the people who were involved in the sellout. And I make those better prizes. I've given away stuff like, still to this day, the best item I gave away for a sellout giveaway was a cat bust half. I don't remember the date. I'd have to look. But it was a cat bust half. It had a value of like $400. And that was just one of the items that I gave away on that particular giveaway. Typically, it'll be like, you know, it's not always going to be a $400 item. But it'll always be something good. It'll be like, you know, uncirculated Morgans or Peace Dollars or, you know, really good something. And every now and again, I actually have told people that, hey, if we sell out, I'll give away gold. So far, we've never done it. On a night that I've ever said that, we have never sold out yet. But alrighty. Enough blabbing for me. Let's get this thing going. Alright, we are kicking off with banknotes. As usual, world banknotes. Starting with the 1990 50 peso from Guinea and Bissau. It is uncirculated and going for $2. We also have, from the same year, the 100 peso. Uncirculated for $2. If anybody wants both to keep the year together, I'll do both for $3. Give you $1 off. Give you two uncirculateds from the same year. 50 and 100 peso. Any takers? I'm actually running low on banknotes right now. I gotta get some more soon. I need to restock. Alright, moving on. Whatever happened to Joe V? He was a big banknote guy. I haven't seen him in months. Hopefully he's okay. Next up, 1995 100 Beza from Oman. Uncirculated for $2. The only country on planet Earth that starts with an O. For anybody who didn't know. Oman is it. So make a note, if you ever decide to go start your own country, name it something that starts with an O. Landed there once. It's a pretty small place. Alright, moving on. Next up, it's another little mini set deal that I'm going to do for you guys. So the 1983 and 84 1 peso. And then we've also got the 50 peso. Both uncirculated, both $2 each. And once again, if anybody wants both, I'll do $3 for both. These were designs that were only used for 2 years. 1983 and 1984. And then they were changed. Anybody? I mean, all these banknotes are really cool. Our banknotes are boring. World banknotes. If you want to collect banknotes, World banknotes is where it's at. They have such cool artwork on a lot of them. They put ours to shame. All right, moving on. Next up, a little hyperinflation action here. 1993, 100,000 matacas from Mozambique, uncirculated for $2. We gotta be careful with that here. We don't want to end up in a situation here where, you know, a gallon of milk is $400,000. Going to West Side. And your hourly pay is, you know, $1 million an hour. Because that's how you get hyperinflation, and it makes your money worthless. Our next country up knows all about that. They have a $50 trillion banknote. We don't have one. 2007, $1 Zimbabwe. Uncirculated, $2. They're finally getting their hyperinflation under control. Your Cape Water buffalo. Most dangerous animal on Earth. Forget lions, forget tigers, forget sharks. Cape Water buffalo is the most dangerous animal on Earth. It's responsible for the most human deaths by any animal. Followed close second by hippos. You'd never think so with a hippo, but those things are dangerous, and they're mean, and they can move. Don't let their plump appearance fool you. They can run like 35 miles an hour out of water. All right, moving on. To the 2004 $500 Zimbabwe. Uncirculated for $2. With the zebras. Anybody? All right, move it up. To the 2003 $1,000 from Zimbabwe. Uncirculated for $2. That one you get some giraffes. And the elephants. Or as Hidden likes to say, the pachyderms. moving on. And final banknote of the night is a 1981 Cruzeiro from Brazil for $2. Alright, moving on. If anybody decides you want any of those, let me know. Oh, West Side's getting a 1,000. Congrats, sir. He's buying $1,000 for $2. How can you go wrong? Alright, next medallions. Starting with one that I am pretty sure I probably have way underpriced. Because being a Zippo guy, I know how collectible anything Zippo is. And it's an older piece. I'll pass. Alright, so this is a 1982 Zippo medallion pendant. From the Zippo Lighter Company. It's one of those companies that anything and everything that they have is very collectible. There's a big collector base. Obviously, especially for the lighters. This is their 50-year anniversary. 50 years and glowing stronger. If nobody buys this, I might actually keep it. I've always been a fan of Zippo. Alright, moving on. Next up is a 2011 William and Kate medallion. It is colorized, commemorating the royal wedding. How many of you guys pay attention to the news, but we'll just say she almost got the Diana treatment recently. Prince William of Wales. And going to Philip. Congrats, Philip. How you doing, man? And Philip's been the Zippo too. Got it, sir. Hey, Hidden. Philip just beat you on that one. A little too slow. Alright, next up. This is going for $3. Colonel James Smith medallion. For $3. It's a signer of the Declaration of Independence. This is from 1967. And the takers. All right, moving on. Next up, this one's actually a pretty interesting piece, and it's old. It's from 1933. This is Ed Friedrich. I have no idea who that is. But it's a 50th anniversary good luck token. Or medallion. San Antonio, Texas. Something to do with quality refrigerators. But an interesting piece. Got a lot of history on it. $1933 is when this thing was made. All right, moving on. I have been to the place that this next one is from. Way back when I was 12. This is Carlsbad Caverns. Good luck medallion with a 1949 D wheat cent. Going for $3. Keep me and you'll never go broke. Souvenir of the Carlsbad Cavern National Park. Anybody? It's got the 4-leaf clover up on there. Alright, moving on. I'm actually surprised nobody grabbed that one. Usually anytime we have one of those, they get snatched right up. Alright, next up for you whiskey connoisseurs. Green River Whiskey Medallion. And when you got the 4-leaf clover, you got the horseshoe, you got the wishbone. They want to make sure all their bases are covered. Give you the luck trifecta. Alright, not a lot of love for medallions tonight. Right, next up, this is from 1927, the Canada Confederation Bronze Medallion. Going for $4. It is Queen Elizabeth and King George, or not Elizabeth, Victoria. Queen Victoria and King George on there. These also come in a silver version. So 925 sterling silver version. This is the bronze version. $4. Anybody? All right, moving on. Nope, nope, going to MJ. Congrats, MJ. All right, next up. This is U.S. Military Camp Las Casas, San Juan, Puerto Rico medallion. That's a lot to say. A very cool piece for anybody who likes collecting the military memorabilia. Honestly, I never even heard of this military base till I saw this medallion. Wanted to tell me what? What is on your mind? Alright, moving on. Next up is Norton, Connecticut Prayer Medallion. Getting your next grading order together. You know, it's not worth tons, but have to send to Norway 25 kroner. Okay. Is the banknote with the pack terms on the reverse still available? Yes, it is, sir. I believe. Sorry, I lied. No, it's not. That's the one that sold. It is not available. That was the one out of all of them that did sell. I might have another one, though, if you want one. I can look. I might have another one floating around. Alright, moving on. Last medallion. $1959 Oregon Centennial 50-cent medallion. At the time when this was made, you could use this for a 50-cent purchase. And going to Philip. Congrats, sir. All right. If anybody decides you want any of those other medallions, let me know. Next up, we've actually got a couple of Civil War tokens tonight. And I also just got in like 8 or 10 more. So for you guys that like Civil War tokens, you're going to be happy over the next 2 to 3 weeks. All right, first one, 1861 to 65, DL Wing and Company, Union Flower, Civil War token, and very fine. Going for $30. For these, let me actually give you a better view. Albany, New York. That's where I was born. I was born in Albany. Any takers, $30. Wow, nobody. That's surprising. Usually these things fly right off too. All right, moving on. And then we got one more available. This is 1863 Army and Navy in VF for $30. One of the ones we just got in is another version of this one that's BU. It's pretty. Whole lot more expensive too. I want to say if I remember it, it's like $80 or $90 or something. It's up there. Anybody? Man, no love for the Civil War tokens, huh? Tell you what, anybody wants both, I'll do both for $50. Give you $10 off. And MJ is taking that deal. Congrats, sir. All right. On to coinage. All right, both of the East India Company 10 cash are sold. Those went in pre-sale. So we are kicking off coinage with the Bermuda First Decimal Coins, 1970, in a little booklet. Over $4. You see these for Britain a lot. This is the first time I really ever seen one for Bermuda. Little map of Bermuda. And the coins. 1 cent, 25 cent, 5 cent, 50 cent. And 10 cent. Any takers at $4? Get a piggly, you get a bird, you get a fishy. All right, moving out. Next up. From 1965, the proof-like mint set from Israel. Going for $6. Upside down. Got your information about Israel. Little map. 1 agora, 5 agora, half lira, 10 agora, 1 lira, and 25 agora. Still sealed in the plastic. Anybody at $6? All right, moving on to the 1973 Israeli mint set in the original box. The 25th anniversary official mint set. Comes with a little insert. $1973 mint marked set. And here is the set. Comes in a case kind of like our SMS sets. Anybody at $6? Tell you what, if anybody wants both years, I'll do both at 10. Saves you $2. So you're getting the 65 and the 73. All right, moving on. If anybody does decide you want those, let me know. All right, so the first... Oh, Philip's bidding the Bermuda set. Congrats, Philip. And Richard's taking the deal on the Israel sets. Coming in a bit late. Congrats, sir. You got it, sir. So your stuff from tonight will be a separate invoice on PayPal from your big purchase. You don't have any Bermuda coins? How's that possible? You have Bermuda stuff available all the time. Start jumping on Bermuda silver when we get it. All right, so Canada, the first... $16 lots for Canada, all went in pre-sale. So that was all of the sets and the rolls. So we are kicking off Canada with the Silva. Wonderful, wonderful Silva. All right, and we are starting it off with the 1907 5-cent 925 sterling silver, graded by Rick Snow as an AU. This is going for $50. These are small. I'll do these under the scope. Let's bring that down some. Focus. There you go. AU, 50 bucks. That is a gorgeous coin. These are the coins that are referred to as the fish scales. Oh yeah, this thing is worth definitely more than 50 bucks. If I go yellow for a second, bear with me. Hopping on to NGC real quick. Doo-doo. Yeah, AU is about $65 to $70, and then if you want like a BU, 175 bucks would be BU. So a pretty big jump. And I do have some wiggle room on it if anybody wants to make an offer. I can actually go as low as I go as low as 38 bucks on this one if anybody wants it for 38 bucks. That'd be the lowest I can go on it. Anybody want it at 38? Going to MJ for 38. Congrats. MJ knows a good deal when he sees one. All right, now we got one more fish scale. Also an AU. It is the 1919 AU for 30 bucks. This one's got some album toning on it. Let me get this one under the scope. Brunk. So this one has seen some time in an album. Anybody, 30 bucks. the stats on this one real quick. All right, so we're at about $10 under list. And if you wanted to go for a BU example of this one, you would be jumping up to $85. For the 1919 AU. That's again based off of NGC. Alright, we are going to move on. If you decide you want that one, let me know. We're on to dimes now. 10-cent pieces. Kicking off is 1943, extremely fine. 80% silver. King George the Younger. Over $5. You guys that like that World War II era stuff, here you go, 1943. Alright, moving on. To the 1949. This one's in a fine. And going for $4. Hey, Lady Spitfire, how you doing? All right, moving on. To the 1953. This one's an extremely fine. Over $5. All right, moving on. All right, next up is a 53. Is VF, but it does have a couple of scratches on the front, so it's only $3. And going to MJ. Gratzer. All right, next up we got two available. And the other 53 also, you got it, sir. All right, these are 1967s. They're both BUs. They are $6 each. These are from their centennial year. So they got the fish. And here's number 2. It's got album toning on it. I think I spent some time in an album. $6 each. Anybody? Going to MJ. Congrats, sir. All right, and then the last of the dimes. The only year they did 50% silver, 1968. BU for $4. And it was only the dime and the quarter that were 50% silver. The half dollar and the dollar were not. They were nickel. All right, moving on. Two quarters. All right, these are, again, the 1967 Centennials. We have one that is Choice BU that's $8. And then one that's just a regular BU for $6. So here is the Choice BU. This is the $8 one. It's got a gold patina starting on it. That is a gorgeous, clean coin. And then here is the regular BU. This is the $6 one. Any takers on either of these? Here's that $8 one again. That gorgeous Choice BU. Hey, Bo. I think it's almost proof-like. Alright, moving on. And then again, the only year they did the 50%ers. 1968 AU for $4. All right, moving on. All right, we do have $1.50. And it is the 1966. Hey, Sandigger. It's 80% silver, AU, $12. Anybody on the 50 center? All right, moving on to the 1963 dollar, 80% silver proof, $22. Your package yesterday, awesome. Anybody? Been wanting to try them for a long time, but now you got one. I still don't have a Trime in my collection. Or a nickel 3 cent. Someday. Just not working on those just yet. Alright, moving on to the 1966 BU, 80% silver. It's got toning on it that gives it almost an antique look. It's pretty cool. $22. Tell you what, if anybody wants both the dollars, I'll do both for $40. Save you $2. Or saves you $4. Yay, math. Alright, no love for the dollars. Alright, moving on. Alright, these next two, these are the big chunky coins that are in not 3x3s, 2.5s by 2.5s. At 1.4453 ounces of silver. 1974, $10. And the Canadian Olympic coins. This one is the bicycling. This is almost 1.5 ounces of silver in this coin. It is Jim BU and 45 bucks. These are big coins. It's an ounce and a half of silver at right now. Let's see. Silver. Actually, let's do it this way. What is current melt on this thing right now? 1974, $10. Current melt, just the melt value on this as of right this second is $34.49. That's just the melt. And my screen just flipped out. Give me a sec. If anybody's talking, I can't see you. There we go. Now I can see you again. So yeah, you're getting these for 10 bucks over melt. Anybody. And then we've also got the lacrosse version. Same silver weight. Still Jim BU. Gorgeous, gorgeous coins. Lots of silver. Tell you what, anybody who wants both? $84 if you want both. That drops them to $42 each, so you're saving $6. Lowest price I could possibly do on them without losing money. It's almost 3 ounces of silver right there. And going to Richard, who's taking the deal. Grats, sir. You're going to like those, Richard. These are awesome coins. All right, next up, we have one coin from Turkey. It is a 1948 1 lira, 60% silver VF. Going for $4. It's been a while since I've had a silver Turkey coin. Anybody, $4. All right, moving on to Mexico. We got 3 coins today from Mexico. First up, one of the few 90%ers. 1956, 10 pesos. 90% silver, BU, 30 bucks. Camera does not want to show luster today. This thing looks a lot better in hand. The camera is not doing this coin any favors. Anybody? These are the ones that are the same basic planchet as what like Morgans and Peace Dollars were struck on. All right, moving on to the 1968 25 pesos. 72% silver, BU, 22 bucks. That's probably actually a proof light. Yeah, that's definitely a proof light. That thing is frosty. Somebody better grab this, because the next time I have it up, it's going to cost more. I didn't realize that was proof light when I labeled it. Proof likes I usually do like 25 bucks on. So somebody can grab it for 22 before it goes up. Because you guys know I will never raise prices during a stream. I'll lower them if I mess up, but I will never raise them. So take advantage of my mix-up. Man, 22 bucks for a proof like nobody wants it. All right, moving on to the last Mexico 1978 100 pesos. 72% silver, BU, 22 bucks. That one's definitely not missing the luster on the camera. Bling. Wow. All right, moving on. If anybody decides you want any of those Mexicos, let me know. I'm going to refresh my YouTube real quick, so give me 1 second. All right. Alrighty. Oh, come on. There we go. All right, next up we have one coin from Spain. This is a 1967 100 pesetas. 80% silver, BU, 18 bucks. These, in my opinion, are just really cool coins. They got some edge design on them, edge lettering. Very neat coins. Anybody, 18 bucks. I always like to try and remember to remind people that when you're looking at Spain coins, you have the primary date, which is the date all of them were minted, and then you have another little date down in the star, which is the year it was released into circulation. So if we go under the scope, and we go into that star, now you see the 67. And then the other ones, of course, got the 19. So that makes this actually a 1967. So you always got to watch for that on Spain. And they don't do it on all of them. They do it on a lot of them, but not every single Spain coin has, so you just got to keep an eye out. Grab one. They're only like 30 bucks. Scopes are actually pretty cheap. Of course, you also need a computer to plug it into. So, you can't use them. I mean, like, some of them you can. Like, the one I have now actually has a Bluetooth capability, so you could use it on a cell phone. But, most of them you have to have a USB. Alright, last call on this one, 18 bucks. Alright, moving on. Anybody decide you want that, let me know. Next up, we are moving on to Germany. Right? With the 1987 10 marks. This is the 750-year anniversary commemorating the anniversary of Berlin. 62.5% silver. It is a BU. And 14 bucks. A little Germany commemorative coin action going on. Any takers? moving on. All right, next one is a rarity. 1988 D10 marks. 62.5% silver proof. Only 350,000 of these were ever made. This one's going for $20. And it's always good just to go with a basis of, at this point, 80 to 85% of all world silver coins have been melted down. So if you started out with 350K, figure out what 15% of that is, and that's probably what's left. So you're talking about 39-ish K in total left. No. 45. 45K. Somewhere in there. Anybody? Gotta be somebody that wants this in their collection. Yeah, that's the standard for any world silver coin. It used to be 75%, but so much of it when during COVID, when silver jumped up to $40 an ounce, a ton of world silver got melted down because people wanted it just for the silver, which is too bad because you can only just imagine how many awesome coins got destroyed during that time. Is it? I thought that happened in 87. Like 86, 87. Hang on, you got me curious now. What year did Berlin Wall fall? Oh, no, 89. Okay. November 9th, 1989. I remember that day. I didn't remember the date, but I remember the day. I remember seeing it on TV. And my parents had gone grocery shopping. And they got home. I ran outside. I said, I was yelling at them. I was like, Mom, Dad, come in quick. They're tearing the Berlin Wall down. They thought I was joking. They're like, no way that's happening. And then they came in and saw it, and we all sat there for the rest of the night watching the live footage of it. All right, moving on. And then you found out years later that it was actually an accident. It was a communique from Gorbachev that said that they might start allowing people to cross, and it got miscommunicated and just said people are allowed to cross. So thousands of people showed up at the wall saying, no, the media said we're allowed to cross. The soldiers didn't know what the heck to do. So the soldiers radioed to their superiors and are like, dude, they're saying they're allowed to cross. And the superiors are like, yeah, that's what the media is saying. Let them go. So they opened the gates. All right, next up, 1988. This is the Carl Zeiss. This one's BU for $12. 62.5% silver. Yeah, the few moments in life that get etched into your brain. And that was one of them. The Challenger exploding was one of them. The 9/11 attacks is one of them. It's weird. I have friends that were born after that happened. They were not alive when that happened. So they don't realize how different this nation is post 9/11. Anybody? You remember the moon landing? I'm not quite old enough for the moon landing. I was born in 76. All right, moving on. Last one from Germany, 1990, 10 marks. This one is the Jahr Deutscher Orden. This one is a silver proof, going for 15 bucks. Tell you what, I'll give you guys one of my crazy deals tonight. Without even looking up like melt values or anything like that. For tonight only. I will do all 4 of these. For 48 bucks. And that makes them a flat 12 bucks across the board. That saves you $8, $10, $13. And going to Richard Gratzer. Alrighty. Alright, I've got to use the restroom real quick, so I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break. Stick around. We still got, for World Silver, we still got Panama, Britain, Sweden, France. And then after that, of course, we are into the American coinage, so stick around. Gonna be up with Panama next. Never fails. As they stick around and half the people leave. What can you do? Hopefully they'll come back. Alright. Panama. It's one of the most collected countries in foreign silver. 1947, 1/10 Balboa. This is in a VF, 90% silver, $6. I know Bo's closing in on having the entire 20 Balboa collection. If you've never seen those are the big. They're like 3.5 ounces of silver each on just the silver. Them are some big coins. Anybody? $6. Going to Philip. Congrats, sir. Always trying to find some of those. Same with the 1 Balboas and the 5 Balboas and the pills, but Panama is tough to come by. Because a lot of it is already in people's collections. So you're basically waiting for people to sell their collections. Next up, 1947, 1/4 Balboa. 90% silver VF is $8. It's the same year as the 1/10. This is the 1/4. Exact same planchets that we did our U.S. quarters on. Because we made them for them. We minted their coins. Anybody? All right, moving on. All right, and then our last one tonight from Panama. If somebody doesn't jump on this one, I'm going to be disappointed. 1962 half Balboa, 90% silver BU, $30. Somebody better jump on this beauty. Not literally, because, you know, you'll hurt the coin, but... That is gorgeous. There's another one. The camera's not doing it justice. It looks so much better in hand. And nobody. I'm officially disappointed. Alright, moving on. To Britain. Britain. We're starting off with a 6p. By the way, for those of you that like to collect the old the 1700s and 1800s Condor tokens, the really old English half pennies and stuff, I just got in a bunch of those. So you guys are going to be happy that like this. Also got it a silver Edward I silver penny. That's going to be coming either next week or the week after. 1946 or 1946 pence. There we go. The Condor tokens they're half pennies and pennies from England. But they were during a time period in that country when various provinces had to make their own coins. So it's kind of like America with our colonial coins, like the New Jersey and the Connecticut and the New York. And Canada had the same thing with their bank tokens. They had the bank cents because all the different provinces of Canada had their banks had to make their own coins. In the case of us in Canada, it was because we didn't have operational mints yet. In the case of Britain, it was just they were in a state in their country at the time that they had to make a lot of their own stuff. So it makes them fairly rare because the mintages were all pretty low, and in the cases of some of them, quite valuable. I think of the ones I got in, I think the most expensive one is like $120 or something like that. It's one of the rarer ones, and it's a pretty good grade. Anybody on this one? $5. 1946 pence, 50% silver EF for $5. And some of the designs on those were beautiful designs. Like far superior to the actual nation coins. All right, moving on to the 1920s shilling. This one is 50% silver in VG, going for $4. If you want, Richard, at the end of the stream, I can grab one out and show you an example of one. Any takers at 4? It's a shilling to tie up a dock. And I shall need to know your name. Oh yeah, condors are huge. There's a huge collector base for them. One of the most popular ones is actually a coin called the Cartwheel. It was only made for 1 year. It was either 1898 or 1899. And it is a very popular and very valuable coin. But it was called that because the rim was extra thick and it made it look like a wagon wheel. So they called it the Cartwheel coin. All right, moving on. But I can't forget your name. because then I won't know who to ship your stuff to. Next up is Florins. All right, first one up, we got two of these available. 1922 Florin. They're both 50% silver and goods, and they're $8 each. There's one. And there is two. Anybody? $8 each. All right, moving on. No love for Britain tonight. All right, last coin from Britain, 1937 florin. This one's in an EF for $10. 50% silver. Tell you what, to do another one of my crazy deals. All 5 Britons. $35. That makes them $7 each across the board. And going to Richard. Grazie. Alright, our Switzerland coin went in pre-sale. That was actually the showcase coin. That was the $70 coin. That went in pre-sale. That was it was a 1949 5 francs BU. So we are now on to Sweden. Words. Will do, sir. Yeah, I was about to say, just send me an email and remind me. All right, kicking off Sweden, 1944, 25 ore, 40% silver, and fine. One of my favorite bands is from Sweden. I recently turned West Side on to. They're called Amaranth. All right, moving on. To the 1967 1 krona. 40% silver VF, $14. Anybody? The medallions you asked about, so you mean the Civil War tokens? All right, moving on. The only thing I remember you asking about was the Civil War tokens. All right, next up, this one's a rarity. 1942, 2 kroner. 40% silver, BU. Only 200,000 of these ever minted. That means at best, 20,000 of them are still out there. This one's going for 30 bucks. Yes. They did sell, but I just got in like 8 new ones. I was letting everybody know. And the Army Navy one that you asked about, I now have a BU version of that one. Somebody better grab this because this is a really rare coin. And if somebody doesn't buy it, this might end up in my collection later on tonight. Because I don't have this coin. Going to Richard. Richard's like, no, you're not keeping it. I'm keeping it. That's crazy talk. Told you I'd get you into World Silver. It was just a matter of time. Now you're going to see your World Silver and you're going to be like, well, now I need to build the collections. Which is fine because then I'll sell you the rest. And then you'll have an awesome collection. Because World Silver is amazing. And last one from Sweden. 1963, 2 kroner. 40% silver, BU, 22 bucks. I've always felt Sweden is an underappreciated world silver country. I know some of their coins are definitely a bit minimalistic, but they're still nice. I could show you after we get done with the stream if you want. I'm already showing Richard some of the Condor tokens that we just got in. We got a bunch of those in. We got a Edward 1 silver penny in. It's pretty cool. Which that one is, it's what, like 1400s? Something like that? 1500s? All right, moving on. To the last 2 world silvers. From France. Yeah, to my knowledge, Richard, I am the only person on YouTube that regularly sells ancient coins. And I'm definitely the one that sells the most. I sell a lot of ancients. The actual pride and joy of my collection, of my entire coin collection, is I actually own a 35 BC Cleopatra coin from the Alexandria Mint. Cleopatra herself might have held that coin in her hand. You're into ancients too? I've got some coming soon. All right. First one from France, 1917, 50 centimes, 83.5% silver, extremely fine, $4. Yeah, I love ancients. If I could build, honestly, if I could build any collection, it would be a collection of ancients. But, God, some of those are expensive. My buddy Ben that owns O Pueblo Coins here in town just got in a gold aura of Julius Caesar. It was like a $10,000 coin. He just put a video on his channel about it today. Which is, if anybody wants to go see that video, it's the Coin Geek is his video channel, or Ben the Coin Geek, or it's just the Coin Geek, one of the two. Alright, moving on. And the last world silver coin tonight. $19.16, 1 franc. 83.5% silver, extremely fine, $12. Oops, I did these backwards. Okay, this is the 50 centimes. Do I have a she-wolf ancient? Are you talking about just one of them that has the wolf suckling the twins? Because that was on a lot of different coins. So that's the 50 centimes. I apparently showed these backwards. My bad. That's the $4 one. And then this was the $12 one. I don't know. I'd have to look. Are you talking about like one for sale or one in my collection? Because I don't think I have one of those in my collection right now. I'm still trying to rebuild my Ancients collection because I had to sell them all. Which sucked. Well, not all of them. I kept my Cleopatras and my 1200s Egypt coins. No, I don't have one of those right now, I don't believe. I have before, though. I've had a bunch of them. Alright, moving on. Getting into American coinage now. I have a Templar coin, yes. I knocked that off of my bucket list maybe 5 months ago. I do own a Templar coin. Oh yeah, the Byzantines. You should have been on, Richard, about, what was it, guys, like 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago, I had like 25 Byzantine coins in. I think I sold them all. I might have a couple still lying around. Yeah, Byzantines are cool. All right, kicking off American coinage. We have 2 of these available. These are the 1967 SMS sets. Anybody who doesn't know the history behind these, these were the only sets that were put out for 1965, 66, and 67 because they were trying to deter collectors. So they didn't put mint marks on their coins for those years. So you have your 40% silver Kennedy. These are all in proof likes. That's how they did them. Then of course, your quarter, dime, nickel, and penny. So here is set 1. They're $14 a set. And here is set 2. If I can get out of the box. There we go. Set number 2. All the scuffing you're seeing that's on the case, not the coin. One going, oh, Richard's going to both. Congrats, sir. Both going to Richard. Yeah, Richard, if you like ancients, you're going to be a happy guy being on my channel. For sure. You want these dearly? The SMS? If you want me to grab some more of them for you, I can. Of all the different years. Assuming I can find some. Alright, next up we got some large cents tonight. Old Americana. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for more from all the years. Alright, kicking off with an 1825. 1825 in good, going for 30 bucks. That would be the coronet head. That is an old coin right there. You guys should see the 2 center I just added to my collection. Mint State 62 Brown. Going to Philip. Crap, sir. Alright. 1832 went in pre-sale, so the other one still available is 1856 slanted 5. There's a straight 5 and a slanted 5 version of this coin. This is the slanted 5. It's in VG for 25 bucks. This would be the braided hair. And this one's going to Richard. Congrats, sir. Oh, large cents? Yeah, they're getting tougher to find, that's for sure. Alright, next up. Sold 2 of these in pre-sale. Oh, alright. Alright, so the 1825 is still available if anybody wants it. Philip didn't mean to grab it. So Richard, if you wanted the 1825 as well, still available, 30 bucks. That's the coronet head. Anybody want this one before we move on? All right, moving on. All right, these next items, we had 4 of them. 2 of them went in pre-sale. I'm glad all of them didn't, because I was hoping to have one left to show. Because there's a cool piece of history that comes along with these. Alright, so these are 1943 Lincoln Steel Wheat cents from the Belgium Elevator Hoard uncirculated coins. Plus the 1944 2-cent Belgium uncirculated with the Hoard COA. Alright, so what these are There's the guarantee from the New York Mint. So they discovered that there were bags and bags and bags of the 1944 steel cents in Belgium that were being used as a counterweight for an elevator system. And then also mixed in with those bags was the Belgium francs, or the 2 francs. And it turned out all of them were uncirculated in all the bags. So here's the packaging. There's your steel cent for the first one and the Belgium 2 franc. 1944. So very cool. So, all right, Bo is getting both of these. Congrats, sir. All right, next up. For those of you that like to hoard, here's a full roll of 1918 Lincoln Wheats. Grades in this roll range from good to extremely fine. I'm doing it for 30 bucks. That's less than $1 a coin. $50 1918 plain date wheats. That's a VF on top. That'd be like a low VF, like a VF20. Next one. Also a VF. Third one. Also a VF. Anybody? You sell these things off at $1 a piece, you're going to make 20 bucks. I could go 27. Will you do 27 on it? That'll break me even after PayPal. All right, going to Bo, 27 bucks. Grazie. Okay. All right, next up. These are always popular because they were very low mintage. Doo-doo. This is the 2009 Bicentennial Lincoln Cents proof set for the pennies. Still in the case. Going for 12 bucks. $3 per coin. They're all decams. Presidency's got some really cool toning on it. Starting to get blue. Yep, these are the old bronze planchets because they were in the set. These are not zincs. Anybody at 12 bucks? You get all 4 proof deep cams. Wow, nobody. I thought sure somebody would jump on that quick. All right, moving on. And the 2012. The 2012 was the lowest mintage out of all mint sets. At like 300 and something thousand. Oh, going to MJ. MJ just came in late on it. That's why the 2012 proof sets are like, for the clad version is like 80 bucks and the silver version's like 150 to 180. Because the 2012 was a super low mintage year. All right, next up, got a couple of 2 centers. All right, so these are both 1864 large mottos. One is at about good at 8 bucks. The other is a fine at 28. So here is the about good. That's the $8 one. And here is the fine. This is the $28 one. Some better light on that. Anybody? Interesting fact that I've shared before and I'll share again. There are less 2 cents across all the years that they were minted. There are less 2-cent coins that still survive today than there are 1931S wheat cents. That's how few 2 centers have survived. All right, moving on. Now we've also got an 1867 VG for 15. Or 1867, not 57. That'd be a find. Find a 2-cent coin that was minted 7 years before they were supposed to be. Anybody? Tell you what, anybody wants all three? Here's another one of my crazy deals for the night. $36. Makes it $12 across the board. And saves you like $12. And Richard is taking that deal. Congrats, sir. Ew, hang on a second, guys. I'm going to go grab something real quick. All right. Before I show you this, no, it is not for sale. This is from my personal collection. And it's one of the newest additions to my personal collection. You guys ready for this? Now there's a 2-center. That is gorgeous. Scopage. So I can get it properly centered. And get it properly focused. That's about as good as I'm going to get. Yeah, that thing is awesome. Hey, Cindy. Yeah, this thing ran me $150, something like that. Oh, and so I can torture the person that asked. I wanted to say I think it was MJ. Here is my silver Templar coin. This had been on my bucket list for years and years. And I finally have one. So that made me very happy. Here's my other edition that I got with the other one. Just because I like watching you guys drool. This is the other latest addition to my collection. And these were both courtesy of Riser. I bought them both from Riser. So yeah. And no, you guys can't buy them. Those are mine. Get out of the way, cable. Alright, back to what we were doing. Where did we leave off? Shield nickel. Oh wait, I was marking Richard's names on the 2 centers. Now we're on the shield nickel. The most underappreciated series in all of numismatics. The shield nickel series. 1870 and about good for $8. And they are so underappreciated that 70% of all shield nickels ever made are owned by 3 people. I do too. I actually want to put together a nice set. I don't know the exact year on it, but it was whatever the span of the Templar era was. That was what, 1400s, somewhere in there, 1500s. Yeah, I learned that during that last interview I did with Rick Snow. He told me the names, but I don't remember. But yeah, 3 guys own 70% of all shield nickels ever made. I don't know why they have that many, but whatever floats their boat. Alright, moving on. Alright, next up, got a couple of mint rolls. These are from the Westward Journey series of nickels. These are the piece metals. We have a mint roll of Philly. And a mint roll of Denver. Which means some of these could be the double dies. You never know. It's the signature that could have the doubling on it. You never know. Could be. But they're unopened original mint rolls. 1 Philly, 1 Denver. If anybody wants both, so you have the set, $10 to get both. Saves you $2. Benham. Richard is Benham. Congrats, Richard. Anyone seen the 23 cents yet? Yeah, I know a number of people have been finding them. Feel like I sell out of semi-close? Not really. We sold 1 banknote. No, 2 banknotes. 2 medallions. So there's still like 7 or 8 of each of those available. A bunch of the Canadian silver is still available. A lot of the world silver is still available. I don't know. If we get a second blast on the recap, maybe we'll get there. We'll see. VDBV. VDBV in your area. VDBV. All right, next up, silver proof dimes. Kicking off is a 1956. 90% silver proof, $8. Is that actually a thing? Because I saw a photo of one of those, and to me it didn't look like it was. It looked like it was like a zinc bubble starting to form. So is that actually a design thing? Did they... Because how would that have even gotten on there? Alright, moving on. Next up, we got 3 of these available. They're 1957, 90% silver proofs. $8 each. That was actually cameo. 1 cameo out of these. A Rogue Mint employee did it? Alrighty. I'll have to keep an eye out then. Alright, maybe even out. And then we've also got 4 available on these. 1959s. 90% silver proofs, $8 each. If anybody wants all of them, I'll give you a bulk deal on these. Be 8 coins total. Do $49 for all. That drops them to $7 each. It saves you $8. It's like getting one free. It's the lowest I can go on them, or I'll lose money on them after PayPal. All right, moving on. All right, Standing Liberty quarters and the 61 and 62 proofs all went in pre-sale. So we are on to the state quarters silver proofs. So as always, I am going to link all of them. So 2004s, we got Wisconsin, Florida, Michigan, Iowa, and Texas. $12 each, or $50 for all. Makes them $10 each if you get the whole year. All 90% silver proofs. There's Wisconsin, Florida, Michigan, Iowa, and Texas. For those of you that have been waiting for some of the America the Beautiful silver proof quarters, I just got in a bunch of years. So those will be making their way into some of the sales coming up. I don't know what years exactly. I don't remember. I know there's I know 14. I don't know. There's a bunch of years. So they'll be on the way. Any takers on these? All right, moving on. If I get any 2021s. The silver proofs are just 2021 period. Next up, we got an American commemorative. This is 1923 San Francisco Monroe commemorative $50. Graded by Rick Snow as an AU. 90% silver, going for $45. Glare. Anybody? Oh yeah, definitely a good price for an AU. And this is the second time having it out in a stream. I'm amazed nobody's grabbed it yet. And on top of that, you get it graded by Rick Snow and sealed in his holder, like he always does. All right, moving on. Hey, Victoria. All right, next up, we got two of these available. These are 1963 Denver Franklins. You send them in as holders to guarantee the grade. It's not a bad idea. Anytime he doesn't get the grade he thinks it should be, he calls them and he's like, "Excuse me." You're $22 each. They're both BUs. Beautiful Franklins. Well, yeah, well, it's like, because anybody who's in the coin industry, as soon as they see Eagle Eye Rare Coins, they know exactly who that is. So very few of the graders are going to openly disagree with Rick Snow on the grade of a coin. Alright, moving on. Last two coins on the list, and then we will be doing the recap, and then I'll be showing Rich Condor tokens and Bo Civil War tokens. And these are both 1975's Bicentennial Ikes, Type 1s, regular letters. That's how you know they're 75, not 76. 76 is the Type 2 with the big blocky letters. Both BUs at $3 each. You know, a full set of Ikes, not even counting having the 72 in it, or the 72 Type 2 in it. Just having a Type 1 or a Type 3 is getting close to $300 for a full BU set of Ikes. That is nuts. Rick is regularly selling full sets at $280. And he sells a lot of them. Alright, moving on. Alright, recap. For everybody who missed it or just came in. Alright, the banknotes. Both of the Guinea-Bissaus. The Oman, both the Argentinas. The $1 and $50 and $500 Zimbabwe's. The Brazil are all still available. Did anybody want to see those? Or one of those? Or any of those? Alright. Medallions. Colonel James Smith medallion. The 1933 Ed Frederick 50th anniversary medallion. The Carlsbad Caverns medallion with the 1949 D wheat cent. The Green River Whiskey medallion. The U.S. military camp in Puerto Rico medallion. And the Norton, Connecticut prayer medallion. Sandigger, what are you bidding? One of the Ikes? I'm in the recap, so confirm that if you're bidding the Ike. Did anybody want to see any of those medallions? Did you want one of them or both of them? For the Ikes. Yeah, there's only 2 left. One of them went in pre-sale. You want both? All right. I got to redo I just realized I got to redo one of your 2x2s. Because it's trying to pop out of it. You got it, sir. Alright, so I'm assuming nobody cares about the banknotes or the medallions. Alright. Canada. The 1919 5-cent AU is still available, 30 bucks. Did anybody want that or want to see it again? It's the sterling silver fish scale 5-cent in AU. All right, Canadian dimes, the 43, 49, and 68 are still available. Did anybody want to see those? All right, the 25 cents, both 67s, the choice BU and the regular BU, and the 1968 AU all still available. Did anybody want to see the Canadian quarters? And the 66 50-cent piece AU. You want to see the choice BU one? Let me dig it out real quick. There you go. Choice BU with a... It looks weird under this light, but that's actually a gold patina that's forming on it. Show you under the scope so you can see it. So there's a gold patina is forming across the coin. And this one's going to West Side. Congrats, sir. All right, did anybody want to see the 50% or the 50 cent? 1966 AU. And then we've got both the dollars are still available, 63 proof and 66 BU. All right, the 1948 1 lira turkey is still available. Does anybody want to see that one? All right. All 3 Mexico are still available. The 1956, that's the 90%er. The 68.25 peso and the 7800 peso. All BUs. Does anybody want to see the Mexicos? All right, Panama. 1947 quarter Balboa VF and the 1962 half Balboa BU are still available. Anybody want to see those? All right, Sweden. The 1942 2 kroner is the only one that's sold. The other 3 are still available. Price on the Balboas. Where'd it go? 1947 quarter Balboa VF is $8. And the 1962 half Balboa BU is $30. And these are them. That's the quarter Balboa. That's the $8 one. And that's the BU half Balboa at $30. So, all right. If anybody wants those are available. All right, and then France, both the France coins are still available. The one you got is still top pop. Nice. What was what other one? There was a quarter Balboa and a half Balboa. The quarter Balboa was the 1947 VF. It's $8. 90% silver. Yeah, it's a VF. There you go. Yeah, Panama's pricey. Very popular country to collect. All right. American coins, the 1825 large cent in good is still available at $30. The 1870 shield nickel AG at $8. All the Roosevelt dime proofs, and then of course the quarter proofs and everything that you guys just saw. So anything else for anybody else out of the stuff from tonight before I show Bo and Richard their items that they wanted to see? Because I'm going to be showing off old Britain and Civil War tokens. And Sandigger's going to miss it because he's leaving. Alright, give me a minute. I gotta find them all. Wrong bin. Not in that bin. Don't mind me, I'm just looking to dig them all out. There's some of them. I found some of them. There's the Civil War tokens. There's some of them. There's some of them. There's some of them. I think I found them all. Alright, I'm going to start with the Civil War token because there's only one, two, three, four, five. There's only 6 of them, as opposed to the other stuff. There's significantly more. So, all right. Here's the Civil War tokens. This is the Bros Pie Bakery One Country Civil War token, 1863 VF. It's got the Indian head design on it, like the Indian cent. That one's going to be $30. 1863 Our Country in a VF. $30. 1863 Liberty and No Slavery in a VF. $30. This is 1863 C.G. Bruce. This is the war claim agent, and this one is in an AU. And that one is $60 for the AU. And 1863. I mean, you can buy them now if you want them. I'll sell them to you now. That one's at $30. And then the BU, Army and Navy. BU. And that one is $80. And Bo's been in the BU Army Navy. So, anybody want any of the rest? That's the AU one for 60. And then the rest of them are $30 each. They're all VFs. Price don't matter. You just want to be you. All right, did anybody else want any more of these before I put them back away? All the VFs are $30 each, and then the AU is 60. And if you don't get them tonight, they will be in another one of the sales coming up, yes. Yeah, check this thing out, dude. Bring this up some. Look at that thing. That thing is gorgeous. MJ wants the pie bakery, the Bros Pie Bakery. All right, 1863 Bros Pie Bakery Civil War token. $30 to MJ. All right, got it on there. You're welcome. All right. All right, Richard, here comes yours. These are going to be in no particular order. They're just going to happen as they happen. And again, if anybody wants to buy these tonight, I will sell them to you tonight. I got 4 stacks here, so I got to figure out which one. Pick one to start, right? All right. What the heck? Let's start with the BU. (1773) Lord Camden, British historian. Yeah, historical. This is actually a medallion from the British Historical Society. It's catalog code letter is BHM 176. So, but that is from 1773. It's $80 if anybody wants it. You actually get very cool piece of history right there. Oh, am I on the wrong camera? Yep. Sorry. Here you go. 1773 Lord Camden. British historical medal. Catalog number BHM 176 BU. And that one is 80 bucks. This one is a 1794. Is J.H. Took treason trial token AU. This was a big trial back in the day. There's a lot of history about it. And these were available at the proceedings. So that's an AU, and this one is 60 bucks. I forgot the first stack I had here was all actually really old medallions. This one's 1850s. It's a Kossuth, Washington of Hungary token. That one's 10 bucks. So yeah, those are actually tokens and medallions. Let's get to the actual coins. I forgot one of those stacks was those. All right. 1837. These are actually American, by the way. These first couple, these next three are American. This is millions for defense. 1 cent hard time token in VF. So of course it's a variation on the large cent design. And then up there it says not 1 cent. So that's a VF at 40 bucks. Then 1837 EF Sice & Co. Portsmouth, New Hampshire hard time token and extremely fine. This one's 40 bucks. And then 1899, home of the Philadelphia record, birthplace of the Declaration of home of the Philadelphia record, birthplace of Declaration. Which one are you binning, Philip? And this one's 50 bucks. Philip, which one are you binning? Was it the 1837 hard times? That looks like the old large cent. Was it that one? 1837, or was it this one? First one, this one. All right, got it. 1837, not 1 cent, hard time token. $40 to Philip. All right. Okay, now we're on to the actual British condors. I guess I had 3 stacks or 4 stacks. I wasn't sure what was in all of them. All right, 1811 Newark. Okay, well, these aren't actually all British. There's a couple of them that aren't, but 1811 Newark, 1 penny, Nottinghamshire, Newark Castle, EF. And this one is $60. This one, 1874, 1 penny, New Zealand, United Service Hotel in EF. So you don't see these things from New Zealand all that often. And this one is $80 because the New Zealand ones are pretty rare. And then this one is 12th century, so 1300s. Rama Tonkus Temple coin. This is from India, and it has Lakshanana and baby. I probably just butchered that. Lakshanana and baby crowned. It's in VF. This is made out of brass, I believe, if I remember right. So there's an old thing from the 1300s. That one's $70. 1837 halfpenny. This is one of the Canadian bank tokens that I was telling you about, Richard. This one is from Quebec. J. Shaw and Company, AU. And then 1793 farthing, Britain, South Wales, Pro Bono Publico, EF. This one is $30. 1788. This is the Anglesey Mines. And then the Druid on the other side. And this one's an AU. This one is $45. And $17.95, half penny. J. Lackington, cheapest booksellers in fine. $20. $17.94. J. Lackington, cheapest bookseller in VF. $30. $17.94. John Howard, Sussex, AU. This one's a half penny. At $50. $17.95. Fred, Duke of York, half penny. And an EF. Cool piece for those of you that like ships on coins. This one's $40. $17.89, half penny. One is Macclesfield, Charles Rowe in fine. At $25. $17.91. This is John of Gaunt, Duke of Lancashire, or Lancaster, in extremely fine, half penny. This one's $50. $17.93. This is, God, I think I whacked my camera. $17.93, one half penny. This is a Hampshire Peace and Plenty EF. $17.94, half penny. John Gaunt, Duke of Lancaster VF. $40. $17.94, one penny. Middlesex Newgate EF. $40. $17.94. John of Gaunt, Duke of Lancaster, half penny VF. $40. $17.95. Frederick, Duke of York, AU. $75. I think we already saw that one. I don't know, I might be repeating some of these. I don't know. $17.92. This one is London, Middlesex, Shakespeare VF. Oh, no, these aren't new ones. Okay. This one's a half penny. And this one is $45. $17.94. 1 penny Port C, Hampshire, AU. At 75. And 1794 half penny. This is Middlesex Newgate BU. And that's the one I said was the most expensive out of all of them, 120 bucks. Because it is very rare you ever see these things uncirculated. So that was all of them. Yeah, I'm going to have to go and dig those out. Plus, there might be more than one with those dates, so hang on. Okay. 1788. Gotcha. That's the AU one. With the Druid. That's your $45 one. 1795, there were 3 of them. So let me know which one. This is the Frederick Duke of York Wooden Walls EF. 40 bucks. The J. Lackington Cheapest Booksellers half penny at 20. And Frederick Duke of York AU half penny at 75. So which one was your... They're all half pennies. You said the $20 one, right? Was it this one? Okay. All right, so Richard, did you want any of those? You were the one I pulled them out for. Aha. On the fence, I've discussed in the near future if I decide. All right. All good. Let me get MJ's mark down. All right. 1788. 1 penny. I'm just going to put Druid Head. $17.95. Half penny. J. Lancaster. Fine. $20. All right. Got them marked down for you, Mr. MJ. All right, last call on everything. And like I said, they'll be in the future sales over the next couple of weeks. So if you get a chance to research them and whatnot, you can just grab them in the sales. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here then. Everybody have a great night. Thanks for coming out. It's going to take me some time to get these invoices together, but I will get them all together and out. Richard, just a reminder, this will be a separate invoice, what you got tonight from your big slab invoice. So just give me some time to get it all together. All right. All right, guys. Everybody have a great night.